Let's jump right in. I'm removing my little under eye patches that have caffeine and peptides in them. They just make for a really nice, smooth under eye to begin with. My only skin prep before that is the Tirtir Milk Skin Toner and the L'Oreal Collagen Moisture Bounce Serum. Something about that combination just makes for the best skin prep for me. Keep in mind that my skin is combination skin, very oily in the T-zone and then very dry in the other areas. I just like to mention that early on in case you're wondering if a product will work well for you. So let's go ahead and get into the foundation that I'm using today, which is by L'Oreal. It's been around for a long time. It's the Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. I'm using this in the shade Natural Buff, which is clearly darker than my skin tone, but I love to use a little bit of a darker shade because it just kind of gives me a little life to my face. By the way, welcome. My name's Camille, and I am a makeup nobody. Not a makeup artist, just somebody who loves makeup and had to figure out how to make it work as I have gotten older. I would definitely call myself a very average Jane until I get my eyebrows on. And eyebrows activate my superpowers. All right, let's get back to the makeup at hand. I'm using the shade Strawberry. This is the blush Color Infusion by Laura Mercier. Laura Mercier generously sent me a giant PR package recently, and I'm still working through all the new products. So if you're curious about them, please ask. I always give my honest opinion. Next up, I'm using a little bit of their Bronze Color Infusion. This is the shade 30 Cans. I think good makeup can be a really great investment. It's just hard to know what to really invest in. As far as blush and contour powder go, these are probably two of my absolute favorites because they blend so well. And they're not so highly pigmented that you just get a big splotch on your cheek. Like, it's almost difficult to not blend this well. I actually find blush to be one of those things that can be very difficult to apply. Every brand and every formula is so much different. I always have to relearn every new product that I try. Let's go ahead and move on to eye prep. I've been experimenting for about a week with the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. I rarely wear a primer anymore. And if I'm going to, it's going to be on my nose or on my eyelids. But I noticed that in my PR box, they sent a hydrating primer. And I thought, this sounds like a good thing to experiment with on my crepey, dry eyelids. And a little bit later, I'm going to show you how this held my eyeshadow in place all day. But first, my lips are dry and I've got to have a little lipstick. Even though this is a long-wearing semi-matte lipstick, it still gives me that little bit of hydration that I need. This is one of my all-time favorites because it doesn't bleed and it lasts me a good solid 6 hours. It's by Prime Prometics and I've got a discount code for you in the description. On to my next experiment. I've been using this strictly for the last 10 days. It's kind of shocked me because it's so fabulous. This is the NYX Wonder Snatch Setting Powder in shade Peach Posse. Sweat-proof, smudge-resistant 16-hour wear that blurs pores. And I'm going to show you what it looks like after 9 hours. Now, you might be wondering, why are we going back to blush? I want my blush to show up and stay all day. So this is what I do. I just apply a cream or a liquid over top of my powder. And for this, I'm not going to use a sweeping motion because if I do that, I could end up with blobs of nasties. But if I just use a nice stippling motion, just bouncing it straight up and down, it applies gorgeously and it stays all day. All right, let's talk about Angie Hot and Flashy for a minute. Ooh, she's so bad. Oh, no, just kidding. She's gorgeous. But she's got this concealer brush that is so big. I prefer actually to use it for eyeshadow, especially for my hooded eyes. I started doing this a couple of days ago and it makes eyeshadow application so incredibly fast. And on a normal go to the grocery store day, that is literally all I would do right there. So if you have this brush and you have hooded eyes, all right, let's mix this dark brown and a little mauve and get the perfect crease color. I like to do this right in the palm of my hand, and that way I can tell exactly how much pigment I have on the brush before I start on my eye. After I get this color in place, I'm just going to use an old rag and dry clean my brush. And that way, when I go to blend around the edges, I can do a really nice soft blend without any extra product being on that brush. These are just my ways of getting the smoothest application I can and making the eyeshadow look super smooth. And I might even go in and just tap in a little tiny extra bit of color if I need some for the balance, and then that's it. Now I've decided to go for a high contrast harmony with brown and blue eyeliner. I'm placing the blue eyeliner on top and the brown eyeliner on the bottom. I'm using the gel eyeliners by Revant Cosmetics today. This is my go-to pencil for when I want my eyeliner to not budge at all. And I'll show you at the end of this video what this eyeliner looks like after 9 hours. These are pretty budge-proof, waterproof. They'll even stick to the waterline. And if you like the way this looks after 9 hours of wear, I've got a discount code for you in the description. But here's the real deal. They're actually having a big sale February 2nd through 8th, where everything is automatically going to be 22% off. And you can use the discount code that I'm going to pop in there for an additional 10%. Let's move along to one of my favorite things, lash clusters. These are pre-glued and they simply go right underneath your natural lashes. They have a little sticky substance on them, but they're not wet. Now when you press it up against your natural lash, it sticks to your lash. I'm becoming a big fan of these because I don't like dealing with lash glue, and they just give my eyes that instant pizzazz. Give them a pinch together and you're done. Of course, if you want, you can add a little mascara over. It's all up to you. To remove these, I just use a little bit of cleansing oil on a cotton swab, apply it to my eye, and then gently pull the whole thing down. They just come off super easy. And then one of the last things I like to do is use my concealer for a little bit of a cleanup. And also to get a little lift on the outer corner of my eye. We're going to wrap this up in just a minute with some fabulous eyebrows and then a test on how that makeup looks after 9 hours. If you're looking for a list of products or links for anything, please check the description or the pinned comment. Me personally, I like to use that lighter color on the inner eye where I have darkness, and then the darker shade on the exterior part of my eye for lift. I just feel like if I use that lighter color on the outside, it's going to look too raccoon eye for me. So that's why I go with the darker one. A lot of times after I put on a very heavy lash, I'll go in and make a few tweaks with my eyeshadow because the balance of the eye is off and it can, quite frankly, handle more eyeshadow or eyeliner than it did originally. And I'm totally going for the shimmer on my eyes today. I like shimmer for 2 reasons. One is just to add a little bit of a wow factor. But the second is if you add it lightly over your everyday makeup, it can actually hide a lot of little flaws in your makeup. I'm liking the way this looks, even though it still looks a little funny without brows. This is how I normally do my brows. I use a brow stamp, and then I give it just a moment to dry, and then I'll add a few hair-like strokes with a brow pen. That's it. And here's the final look. Stay tuned for the update. Here we are 9 hours later. My lashes have been removed. I've done no touch-ups. The only thing that I've done is added a little bit of lip gloss. Now the colors have changed because my clothes have changed. The lighting is slightly different, but you can clearly see that the eyeshadow has held up quite well and the eyeliner is still intact. The only thing that could have held up better, in my opinion, was the setting powder. I'm definitely shiny in my T-zone, and it looks like my glasses may have worn off a little bit of the makeup on my nose. I still think it's a top-notch setting powder. Most would do this on me anyway. Thanks for watching.